we do. And when we look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Kids and of Children, it's all about accepting and then promoting the rights of children. To say, you see, even in the Bible, as we all our fellow Christian listeners there, says we should not spare the rod. And not sparing the rod, it's not saying that you should not be whacking your kids as you wish. Kids need discipline, they need boundaries. And then if you don't introduce boundaries into their early stage of life, when they grow up, how are they going to obey the law of the land? How are they going to function well in the larger society? So I will not sit on the fence. I will just say it is appropriate to introduce that, but there has to be a limit. Thanks.
There has to be a limit.
I feel guilty, just like most Western parents would. Do you feel guilty when you...
Well, I don't know about feel guilty. Depends on the level at which you must have smacked it. Like the court actually said, differentiate between it's all like as you said, it's not the first point of call for you to just go in and just straight up and just smack this child. And let us remember now, the way we're talking, you see, smacking is more beating. Smacking can just be on the child's bum, can be a tap on the child, whatever. It can be a tap anyway. It's not beating. See, you're picking up a rod or a belt, you're doing all that. It's like you're just getting a reaction. It's like getting that child to snap, like action,
to stop.
Exactly, to stop whatever he's at. Like because I work with people with intellectual disability as well, and we have a kind that if it's getting in stage of children behavior, you need to actually really touch this person, raise a little bit, just to distract him. What you're trying is to de-escalate the problem that is about to happen. So let's not forget this, because the caller there said she is not of the opinion of smacking kids. I mean, the lady from
Jessica.
Thank you. And then she said she's talking to a 3-year-old. Brilliant. Very. What will happen if this 3-year-old is out in your back garden and you think this, I don't know, picking up stone and then, constantly putting the stone in his mouth, and you keep telling this child, that's not right, that's not right. The child keeps, each and every time he's out there at the gun, keeps putting the stone, this is actually for his health and all of that. What would you see? That's why you see kids around in Tesco or whatever outlet that you're there, and kids screaming ahead of the mom or dad, no clue.
The Irish government some time ago.
Can I just quickly add to the Swedish report? If I happen to find myself in a country that advocates what the Swedish have done, I would leave. That's me, because I would be the one whom God would ask what I did with the treasures and precious gifts that He gave me, not the Swedish government.
Thank you very much. It says the Swedish law, the Swedish law on the abolition of the physical punishment of children has resulted in hundreds of normal parents being harassed by the police and social authorities, prosecuted, sentenced, and criminalized because they have smacked their children for bad behavior. And it goes further. It says the claim made by there's an organization called End Physical Punishment of Children, EPO. It says that only one Swedish parent has been prosecuted. There was so many cases because they are all encapsulated in assault and battery. When you just give your child a little smack, they call it assault and battery. So you have so many cases of assault and battery in that country, you can't really tell how many were just ordinary smacking, because so there was quite a number of them. But what this conclusion was all about is that while having the appearance of being altruistic and humanitarian, the 1979 law has led to unwarranted interference in private and family life, and has caused serious damage to the relationship between parents and their children, to the detriment of the family. The social authorities and the courts enforce the law concerning the child's right not to be subjected to physical punishment irrespective of what the child has done, which means many Swedish parents are therefore afraid of their children and dare not correct them for fear of being reported to the police, indicted and fined or sent to prison. So in conclusion, I will just round up here. What it's saying is it's done more good. It's done more harm than good if this kind of law. So as a parent, if that call is mounting on the government here, that the smacking of children should be criminalized, for the protection of our children, because they are an endangered species. They can't care for themselves. So because you love your child, so wouldn't you subscribe to such a law?
I'll be one of those bearing a placard to say stop the law.
Understand?
Same here.
Listeners, make your judgment. Thank you very much for listening, and do join us again next time on the show.